Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Guardian Diaries. I am Raven Phoenix, and I own Spirit Messages Paranormal Investigations here in Florida. For those of you who do not know me, some call me a clairvoyant, psychic, or medium. I do not like any of these labels. Please don't call me that. I am simply a messenger. I see myself, I'm just as the mailman. I deliver messages. That's all I do. Thank you for those who are following Guardian Diaries. I apologize. I have not made a video in over a year, but we are coming back. I have a manager and promoter who has been working with me and teaching me that me stopping helping people and doing my videos is not serving the greater good. And I want to thank him for that. And I want to say hi to all my friends out there. I'm glad to be back. Julia is my guardian for those of you who do not know me. We all have guardians. Some call them angels. I can hear mine. Um, she gives me information and I pass it on to you. So she is trying to reach the masses to try and to help put a little bit more light in this world. Today we are going to talk about, this is video 8, and we are going to call it Wearing the Mask. Julia's wanting to talk to us about leveling with ourselves, seeing who we truly are, what person we truly are. By taking off the mask that we wear each and every day to hide behind so people don't know who we really are. And for those, again, who don't know me and is not keeping up with the diaries, when I speak of black, white, and gray spirits, I am not talking about race. I am not talking about skin color. We are talking about the spirit within the human body, which is our true essence of what we really are. And Julia is teaching us to see past the shell of the human body into our own beings, which is your spirit, what you're really made of, who you really are. So that is the reason for these videos, trying to help people through some issues, and they're too scared to ask somebody, they're too scared to talk to somebody, they're too scared to pray, they're too scared to ask their angels or their guardians. They're too scared because they might find the truth, and sometimes the truth is not very pretty. So if you are one of these people that are scared to find the truth about you, then it's time for you to do work on you. In this life, I know we all heard it said before, life is like a play. The world is like a stage, and each of us play a part, which is very true. And you choose what actor you want to be. And this means the mask you put on. You have chose to be it. No matter what somebody has done to you, no matter what traumas you've had done or you've went through, it is up to you to be the spirit, the spiritual being, and the human you want to be. Julia says it is time for a lot of us to stop using our past as crutches, to stop saying, well, I was abused, so, well, I'm this way. Well, my parents drink, so I'm an alcoholic. This is a crutch. And humans, we have learned to live with crutches, just so we don't have to do the work to better our spirits, to better our learning. And this is because we have become lazy. We don't want to put the time in and the work in because a lot of us don't love ourselves. And love starts with you. If you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And this is very true. And we've heard it said time and time again. And we're just trying to get that across again I know a lot of you are saying, man, I don't want to listen to her. I don't want to hear this. I'm going to turn it off. Well, if you do, you might miss something that might help you in the future. Because what I have found with Julia's messages, when she tells me something, it don't make any sense to me. It don't ring true for a while. And then one day it's like I walk into a wall and hit my face on it and go, oh, that's what she meant. And I know if you listen and just put it in the back of your head, might be a month, a year, 2 years down the road, but you're going to walk into that wall, smash your face on it too. And go, oh, well, that's what that lady said. Okay. Well, Julia is prodding me to move on here. She's wanting me to talk about the mask that we decide to wear and the crutches of why we are who we are. There is a lot of people and a lot of spirits that have gone through a lot of traumas, sometimes due to their own actions and sometimes due to other people's actions. This is where we need to really look at ourselves and look and take stock in what kind of person have you been? Why have you been that kind of person? Is this learned behavior? Did you learn it from your parents or your friends? Or is it a negative thing within you? Julia says she's been watching a lot of people with a kind of prejudice, but she's not talking about the prejudice of race or religion. She's talking about looking down on people because they don't have as much as you, or being envious of somebody because they have more than you. Julia is saying we should be settled with who we truly are and what we truly have. There is no sense in lusting after something you can't have, because maybe that big house isn't in your path for your life. Maybe you're destined to learn lessons and have a smaller home, or have a little bit less money than somebody else for whatever reason your lessons are requiring this. There are some people who hide behind their mask. They are one way in public and another way at home. And they're scared if people see behind this mask that they won't like them. But the most important part is to like yourself. Julia is wanting me to say she wants everybody to start looking inward and trusting in your own knowing, in your own feelings, taking stock of what kind of person you are. And a lot of people, when they do this, they're not going to like what kind of person they are. And your inner being will tell you the work you need to do in order to accomplish what you want to do. We really don't get anywhere by stepping on each other. We really don't get anywhere by sabotaging our co-workers and taking credit for their work. This creates the karma effect, which you might have stole that promotion from somebody, and you know who I'm talking to. But down the road, your karma is going to create loss. It could be loss in your job, loss in your popularity, loss in your success. So before we step on each other, and before we backbite, and before we do anything to lower somebody else so we can rise above, you need to stop and think about it. Because karma does exist, and life does have a way of keeping count. So taking off these masks that we wear and looking inward to the real you, so our real essence and our real beings, is better than any mask that we wear. And it makes us more vulnerable. And humans do not like to be vulnerable. They do not like to be scared. They want to be popular. They want to be successful. But in your being, if you live from your spirit, you will be popular. You will be successful, maybe to even greater heights than you are now. Julia is tired of seeing the con artists, the takers. She says there's more takers in this world than there is givers. And that's what this video is today. Who are you? Are you a taker? Are you a giver? Are you the person that seems to take everything you can from a person and then walk away from them with no feelings about it? Or are you the person that gets taken from and you are left empty and left with nothing? There has to be a balance in life. When you're a giver, there has to be a limit, because they will take everything that you allow them to take. And then you walk away feeling used and abused, when it is really your fault, because you need to set boundaries. You need to set limits on how far you will go to give. The givers are more spiritually aware. They are more spiritually inclined to help people without a second thought, to give the shirts off their back, to open their homes, to give money, to feed people they don't even know. And most people that are the takers will take and take and take until you have nothing to give anymore. And they have no second thoughts about walking away from you. And these are the people who are not spiritually evolved. They are lower level minded, lower level spirit that hasn't yet evolved yet. So when you find yourself in these situations, don't be mad at yourself. Don't hate yourself. Don't call yourself a fool. Step back, look at the situation, evaluate the person, and see their essence. See, remember in, I think it was in number 1, when I said when I look at spirits, I class them. You can tell if a person is a new person that hasn't been here before. I kind of put them in kindergarten. They're the ones that don't know which way they're going. They're grabbing onto this rope, they're grabbing onto that rope. They have no clue where they're going, what they're going to do with their life. They don't know anything. Kind of like a baby deer trying to walk. And then you have your first grader, sorry, that the baby deer is walking and nursing from their mother, but they really can't go too far in life yet. Those are our first graders, and I class them all the way up to college level. The spirit and the learning and the knowledge of the spirit that I see in the person, of what level they're in. That's just the easier way to help other people classify. When they meet somebody, they can kind of tell how evolved or not evolved the person is. So don't feel ashamed of yourself for helping. They are just not as evolved as you are as a spiritual being. And don't let it jade you, and don't let it stop you from helping somebody else, because the next one you help you could really make a difference in their lives. So Julia wants the givers to keep giving, to keep helping, and to keep doing the best that you can, and try to mentor the takers, the people who are not as spiritual as you. We're supposed to teach each other, Julia says. We're supposed to help each other. And I keep saying this in all the videos. We're trying to undo the social media brainwashing. We're trying to undo the negative learnings of family learnings, of friends, of environment that we're in. Because the sad truth is today, the media is just publicizing kill, 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 murder, murder, murder. The news really only talks about the bad, negative things. You very rarely hear of anything good anyone's doing on the news. Our lives are so bombarded with negative, 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 to where I don't watch TV anymore too much. I don't watch the news a whole lot because it's just negativity, negativity coming in. Um, I heard some people talk about one of the new TV shows that came out a few months ago, Satan something. And I heard one of the girls mention that she wouldn't even watch it because she didn't want those negative vibes coming into her house. And I don't really think she realized what she was saying, but her spirit knew. Those negative vibes, even though they're just movies, they create a vibration within you. And they do affect emotion, vibration, and vibes. Even though it's fake, even though it's just a movie, it can create negativity. And so she was so right when I heard her say, I won't even watch it. I won't even turn that show on because she doesn't want it in her home. And this is the kind of vigil that we really need in our lives. I was so proud of her when I heard her say that. She didn't really realize how evolved she is. And if other people would take that kind of stock in their own life and what's around them and what's coming into their perception, our lives would be less stressful, less negative, and more happier. So if you have a friend who is really, really negative in your life, that's a gray spirit, well, good, but likes a little drama, likes a little chaos, all that. We need to keep those kind of people out of our lives. If you're trying to be a spiritual, whole, fulfilled, positive being, we need to monitor what we watch on TV, what we read, because you are creating a negative vibration within you. Um, these are ways that we can make our life a little bit better. And you can work and make other people's lives a little bit better. And each day, we need to sit back and stop worrying about the mask we have, the person everybody around us thinks we are, and look inward and be your true being. And I guarantee it will be better than the mask you wear. Just a little food for thought. I am Raven Phoenix, Guardian Diary number 8. Keep sending in those requests for Julia, and we will keep answering your questions. You can find me at ravenphoenix46 at yahoo.com or ravenphoenix at gmail.com. And all of your emails are welcome, and we will try to get to each and every video and email. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.